Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to day number 29. Overly excited that we're almost at the 30-day mark, and at the same time, time runs so fast that I sometimes question it. But welcome to day number 29. Day number 29, I want to let you know that everything we've talked about for the last 28 days does come with a price. There is failure on the part of success. There are lots of things that you learn in the process of doing it that might not be able to go the way you want it to be able to go. I just want to be able to tell you it's normal. It's part of the learning process. You have to be able to absorb it. In my part of trying to build residual income, I'm going to share some few experiences with you guys that were really crazy, horrible. I give you an example. There was some time that I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in a residual paying POS machine with a company, and we woke up one morning and the company disappeared. All of the money gone. We're still dragging it in courts up until now to retrieve some of our capital. All gone. I remember one time in one of my shortlets, somebody came to rent my shortlet just to commit suicide. He jumped from the 25-story building down, completely killed himself. And I had to be dealing with a lot of insurance, with a lot of cleanup and crazy stuff like that. There was one time somebody rented one of my properties, and this guy just couldn't pay for almost 6 months. It was so tough getting him out of the place. That was just the grace of God to be able to get him out. And when he was gone, the damages to the place was was thousands or if not tens of thousands of dollars. There's been sometimes I've tried some people, sometimes I invested in my ATM machine and woke up one morning and, the ATM machine was gone, completely gone. They broke out the entire restaurant at that point in time just to be able to sell a machine that had less than $2,000-3,000 in it. Before we realized that the best place to put ATMs are not in restaurants that are closed, but it has to be in hotels that are 24-hour open. I can go on and on the amount of failures. Some of the people who were with me at the time that I was failing or being in the process with me in the business, they just looked at me and be like, hey, maybe this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Hey, it's part of the process. You got to be able to learn. Remember when I got started, I never had a mentor. There wasn't a lot of books that could be able to help me out in exactly what I wanted. I just experimented it. There's no word in my entire language that says residual income. Not one word in my tribe language that says residual income, passive income, royalties income. It doesn't exist. Nobody that I knew in Canada was making any of it. Nobody that I knew in Nigeria was making almost any of it. So I had to invent the way when I stumbled into that word, and I loved it when I first heard about it from Robert Kiyosaki. I loved it and I started exploring it. But because I am here and all of the mistakes I've had, I can guide somebody else not to be able to make that mistake. That's the reason why we're running the course. This $97 course is all of the guide of the mistakes left and right that we did, and how we learned from it. So if you go on your own journey, you might not make as much mistakes as I have done because you have a little bit of guidance, but there's still going to be some things that you're going to get wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself to it. It's part of the process. Start simple. Start growing it. Master the process. Don't be that person who thinks that you're never going to fall and everything's going to be on standstill, and you have to keep going. Listen, you will keep going. You are going to have challenges. The challenges, the difficulties, all of the times and the crazy things that you go, it's part of the process. I remember one time when I started my direct sales company, I put in 27 internet without putting a router. I didn't even know there was a router connected to an internet. 26 out of the 27 canceled on me with a lot of crazy stuff. But now I get paid on hundreds, if not thousands of people who pay the same service almost all over the world. The point I'm making is enjoy the process. Failure is part of the lesson of the lesson that needs to be learned. But I'll guide you to minimize the amount of failures that you're going to have as we go through this course. So go to www.iamademabo.com. Book the course. It's $97. We're going to get kick-started by the end of February, first week of March. And then, of course, we're going to do something incredible. I'll see you guys soon. Boom.